So, what is this veil of forgetfulness that you've been hearing about? How does it work? And why in the world, as a soul, would we want to forget who we are when we come here to have this earthly experience? Also, time is different on the other side. How and why is it different? Well, understanding these two concepts can radically change and ease the pain of losing someone you love. So, are you ready? I want to talk to you about the veil of forgetfulness. Think of it as temporary amnesia, like a spell is cast on you. This is the way that we forget our true soul form and the realm that we really inhabit. By forgetting who we are and where we come from, this allows us to learn lessons here that we could only learn with an illusion of separation and forgetting the true power of who we are. As we discussed in the last video, there are many people walking the planet at this time who have memories of coming into this lifetime before, in writing the screenplay of their life and of being born. Most have memories in childhood, and depending on the validation that they get from their parents, they either stop talking about it or the memories are resolved and just fade away. I've also heard that as souls, we practice experiencing the veil of forgetfulness before we come here in a simulator of sorts, and the way that, like, an astronaut would prepare to go into space. And the reason that we practice is because being human is very different than how we exist as a soul. As a soul, there is no separation between us and everything else in the universe. We are all one. We are connected to every soul in existence and everything ever created. And then it's all connected back to source. Our soul is huge and powerful and more knowledgeable than we appear to be in our human bodies with our limited human brain power. We truly have to dumb ourselves down and lower our soul's vibration to inhabit solid matter in a body. So, the most difficult part of going to earth is not even forgetting that we are connected to everyone and everything. It's forgetting the love that we feel from source and a separation that we feel when we come here. Love is our true state of being. And when we enter our body, our brain turns on as a receiver and we try to make sense of our world. We perceive ourselves as separate and alone and unloved. It's an illusion, but a persistent one, just like time is a persistent illusion, according to Einstein. Time perspectives of the other side versus Earth. Time is a very complex topic, and I probably could create an entire module around the various concepts of time. Time is a parameter that we experience living here in this earth plane. We see time in this forward linear movement, and we can't go back in time without a DeLorean. We can't go into the future except for through this present moment. But on the other side, time doesn't exist the way that it does here, and many people describe it as everything happening at once. And I think a good way to think about it is to picture the concept by looking at a globe of the earth, okay, with all of the latitude lines and the longitude lines. The latitude line is your timeline going forward in a linear progression. And the longitude lines represent any single moment in time as if you were experiencing it for infinity. Now, place yourself at the very top or the bottom of the globe at the North or South Pole. And from that place, you have access to seeing where all the timelines converge. So you could, from that vantage point, experience all time at once. Does that make sense? If the other side experiences time all at once, then time would move very differently there. When we leave that realm to come here to have our earthly experience, The ones that we've left behind on the other side, to them, it feels like we're gone for a fraction of the time that it feels like to us that we've spent on Earth. To them, it's as if we took a 2-week vacation, even though to us, we're experiencing 80 Earth years. It's why when our passed away loved ones leave, they still want us to enjoy the time in our lives that we have left on Earth without them, because to our loved ones on the other side, it feels like they saw us yesterday, and it feels like they'll see us again tomorrow.